The Old Testament destroys the Trinity idea. Genesis 15:7, and he said unto him, I am the Lord that brought thee out of Ur of the Chaldees, to give thee this land to inherit it. God's dealings with Abraham were always as one God, person, or being. Never did God reveal himself in a plural form. From Genesis to Malachi, one God, the self-existent one. I am the Lord thy God. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. The Shema, Deuteronomy 6:4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. God instructed the Israelites to impress this teaching on their children. Now, did the Jewish people believe in the Holy Spirit? Was the Holy Spirit moving in the Old Testament? Yes, David cried, Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me. The Holy Spirit was not seen as a separate person or being. The Jewish people knew that the Holy Spirit was God's Spirit. It was God's presence moving on the earth. Otherwise, they would have written about it. Some Trinitarians have the audacity to teach that the Trinity is found in the Old Testament. Although not written, some even claim that the Jewish people believed in a plurality or compound unity within God. Of course, these are all lies, considering the things we have discussed previously. In the eyes of God's people of the Old Testament, there never was a Trinity. That is why no true Jew will ever believe in a Trinity of equal, eternal persons. But what about the Amplified Bible? It says, enclosed in brackets, God said, Let us, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, make mankind in our image after our likeness. Trinitarians will violate even the simplest of texts to teach their erroneous view. There is no justification for such a corruption of Jewish manuscripts. A pagan philosopher in the 1st century was the first to give this interpretation. Philo wrote, Let us make man, which expression shows an assumption of other beings to himself as assistants. The Catholic Ignatius and others would take their ideas of a Trinity from Philo. They betrayed the Abrahamic covenant of the people of God. The Old Testament has no Trinity of three co-eternal, co-equal persons.